왜 그렇게 울상을 짓고 있니?
Mom and Dad promised they'd come today.
아이고 이런 부모님이 약속을 지키지 않아서 속상했구나.
Yeah, I'm so upset. I wrote in my diary every day to show them.
아, 그래서 그렇게 열심히 일기를 썼던 기로구나.
How much longer do I have to wait? 10 days? 20 days?
글쎄, 그건 이 하레비가 말해줄 수 있는 것이 아닌 것 같구나. 그 누구도 자신의 앞길에 무슨 일이 일어날지 알 수 없기 때문이야. 스스로도 알 수 없는 것을 다른 사람이 알 수도 없으니까 말이야.
How can you not put an apostrophe into a sentence when the same sentence contains an apostrophe on a different word in the correct place? How do you do that? Did nobody proofread this? Then you're saying Mom and Dad don't even know when they'll come to see me?
그럴지도 모르지.
But don't they want to see me?
두 분 다 너를 많이 보고 싶어 하실 게야.
Then why aren't they coming? I'm waiting every day.
가슴 아픈 이야기일 수도 있지만 말이다. 사람들에게는 소중한 것이 하나뿐인 사람이 있는가 하면 여러 가지가 있는 경우도 있단다.
It's called polygamy.
부모님은 지켜야 할 다른 소중한 것들이 많기 때문에 그러시는 게야.
Are there things more important than me? But I'm a child. I should be the center of the universe.
생각해보렴. 너도 소중히 여기는 장난감이 단 하나뿐인 건 아니지 않니? 물론 그 중에서 가장 좋아하는 게 있을 수는 있긴 하지만 말이야. 그럴 때 누군가 단 하나만 선택하라고 한다면 힘들겠지?
Yes.
그러니까 모든 사람들이 그런 상황에 놓여 있다고 생각하고 이해해 주렴. 부모님이 너를 사랑하지 않은 게 아니야. 다만 일이 많아서 바쁘신 게야. 그리고 그 일들이 네 엄마 아빠에게는 무척이나 중요한 것들이고 말이다.
I don't understand everything, but I get it.
그래. 착하구나. 그러니까 기억해두렴. 나만 봐달라고 말하는 건 사람이라면 다 하고 싶은 부탁이지만 그 부탁을 받는 사람이 얼마나 힘든지를 말이다. 그 사람의 마음도 너의 마음도 다치게 될 수 있는 게야.
Okay.
지금은 이해하기 힘들지도 모르지만 커가면서 알게 될 게다. 그러니까 웃자.
Wow.
아이고, 오늘은 이 하랩이랑 놀자꾸나.
Okay. Grandpa's big arms were warm. Whenever I'm in his warm arms and go up on his shoulders, I feel like I can see the whole world. But I don't remember how Mom and Dad's arms felt. As time passed, I realized that's because they never really held me in their arms. But I didn't whine about it to them. Like Grandpa said, I wanted to respect all the things that are important to them. No, actually, maybe it was because I thought they'd like me more if I don't whine. Anyways, after that day, I stopped expecting too much from my parents. and slowly I stopped missing them or feeling affectionate towards them. I grew up in a world without my parents and built my own world. And I found other things to fill their empty spots. Teddy bears, Barbie dolls, and countless other toys. And ball-joint dolls, too.
우와, 히로인, 저거!
You know, considering that the misunderstanding chapter, the previous one, lasted 2.5 hours as a chapter, with most of the others, you know, from other routes being like 1 hour, 1.5 hours, I am appalled that the misunderstanding, one of the worst tropes in existence, next to the poor communication kills one, was the one that got such a long one. Such a long, drawn-out, unnecessary moment. Trust me, if you want to make your story look like you're just have no idea what you're doing anymore and you're just trying to bring in unnecessary drama, put in the misunderstanding. I will dislike you for that, because it is a horrible thing to do. It's horrible storytelling. The only time I use it in my stories is when I instantly prove from beginning to end that the person who is misunderstanding things and jumping to conclusions is in the wrong. Look at Harry Potter Order of the Phoenix. There, Harry misunderstands something, he jumps to a conclusion, it has horrible consequences. In the end, he does realize how wrong he was and realizes that that doesn't change anything. The consequences are still there. But you have Hermione, who from the beginning says, you are insane to just do this without really knowing anything. So J.K. knew that, and she worked it in a way that it was okay to read. He was wrong, he was proven as wrong, and he hopefully learned from it. Sorry about that little rant there, I just had to get it off of my chest. What I originally wanted to say that, compared to the previous chapter, which took 2.5 hours, I wonder how long this one's going to be. It's probably going to be shorter, since we are in the theme park. Red was shouting like a little kid while pointing at a giant spinning coffee cup. Oh, you want to ride that? We will later. A nearby roller coaster swooshed over Red's head. I hope the roller coaster isn't close. Red was startled at everyone screaming, but soon stared blankly at the roller coaster pass by. You want to get on that?
타고 나서도 살아있을 수 있다면 값진 경험이 될 것 같아.
Does it mean he'll risk his life to get on that? It's more like he'll risk his life while he's on it. Not getting in. The getting in and the getting off part is, you know, it's pretty easy. The in-between part is the difficult one. I felt good about coming with Red after seeing him glance around in amazement. I was a bit bothered by his reaction when I first asked if he'd go. Anyway, we got on the bus and arrived at the amusement park without much trouble. What shall we ride first? It is a season pass, but it's not as if we have unlimited time, so we should think carefully.
그러면 우선 히로인이 타고 싶은 걸 타자.
Merry-go-round! What I want to ride?
나는 이런 곳은 처음이고 히로인은 오랜만이라도 와본 적 있는 거잖아.
I doubt a small child was on any roller coaster that might be entertaining to older people. That's true, but it's basically my first time here.
그러지 말고 우선 하나 골라봐. 예전에 왔을 때 뭐가 제일 재미있었어?
what I liked the most. It was such a long time ago that I barely remembered anything. Except the merry-go-round, because you never shut up about that. Red stopped glancing around in amazement and waited for my answer. Guess which one we're gonna pick. Then again, I wonder if roller coaster is going to give me a CG. As you noticed up to now, we seem to be lacking CGs on Red's route. I only have 2 up to now, and I believe there's like 6 or 7 in total. But of course we're gonna go on the merry-go-round, because we love the merry-go-round. Then, should we get on the merry-go-round as a safe choice?
그래, 정답이야.
Nameless, stop trying to pop up early. I haven't remembered you yet. I was startled and froze at the spot. That voice just now. I heard the familiar voice again. Maybe I should go to a psychiatrist and get myself checked up for schizophrenia. Since apparently it does seem to be a late teens time where it usually manifests. Usually. I got goosebumps feeling that the voice was coming from inside my head and not my ears. Schizophrenic! My god, it's not that bad. It can be handled and managed these days. I've definitely heard this voice before. I looked around here and there with my scared eyes, but I couldn't find the source of the voice. If it sounds like it's coming from inside your head, I'm sure looking around your environment is not the place to look. Hearing a voice but not seeing anyone. Does it mean I'm hearing things? That's the definition, yes.
회전 목마? 저기 돌아가는 기구를 말하는 거지?
Not the spinning coffee cup type, the other spinning type, I hope. Though, the amusement park I went to, the Märchenwald, it had spinning tulips. Oh, that was fun. Yeah.
그래, 줄 서러 가자.
Red grabbed my cold hand and headed towards the merry-go-round.
벨트 맸어?
I'm trying to remember if merry-go-rounds generally have seatbelts on them. I seem to remember some did, but I think others didn't. Huh. Guess it depends on the location. Red got on the horse beside me. He seemed so excited. My body was still trembling, but the ride started moving and he didn't notice. His eyes were gleaming. My hand still trembled, but I didn't want to spoil the excitement for Red, so I decided to stay quiet. I'm not trembling because of fear, and I'm just a little bit cold. It's nothing. Or maybe I'm undersugared. Yeah, I'm probably hearing things.
히로인과 처음 타보는 놀이기구잖아. 신난다.
I could see the views spinning behind Red's smiling face. The first ride Red got on with me. Suddenly my sight. I think I'm going through a blue period. Red? No, it's the opposite. It's blue. Well, slightly purplish. Lavender. Let's settle on indigo. That's blue-purple.
아니지, 아니야. 그 녀석과 처음 타보는 게 아니잖아.
Yeah, Nameless, I know you were on the merry-go-round with me when the first time we were in an amusement park. I figured it out ages ago. You don't need to keep hammering it into my head. Then again, you do have to keep hammering it into Eri's head.
너와 내가 처음 탔던 놀이기구라고.
Strangely enough, you never had the sensation with the other guys in the route, so... It's that voice again. My body was shaking so much now I couldn't hide it. Before I knew it, I couldn't hear the music from the merry-go-round or Red's excited voice calling my name. Only a creepy voice was echoing amidst the silence, despite the background music still playing. You're not quite selling the atmosphere here. Who is it?
찾았다. 여기에서 외치면 들리는구나. 넌 날 기억하지 못하겠지?
What? I turned my head to find where the voice was coming from. But like earlier, the voice felt as if it was ringing from above my head. Inside or above? You gotta pick one. Come on.
기억해내봐. 우리가 처음으로 같이 탔던 놀이기구. 모처럼 같은 자리에 앉았는데 말이야. 응? 빨리.
안 돼요, 손님. 인형을 가지고 탈 수는 없어요.
Can't you just let me? Yeah, make an exception for me. Me alone.
하지만 규정상
I'm a child. Rules don't apply to me.
이 아이가 이렇게나 같이 타고 싶어 하는데 아이고 한 번만 부탁드립니다.
I'll hold on to it tightly, please. I'll even put on the seatbelt. Just recording. I'm just doing a child voice. No problem. So please let me ride it with him. It's too scary to ride by myself. Kid, if you're too scared to ride a merry-go-round on your own, I think you're too young to be in the merry-go-round to begin with.
부탁합니다.
Then Eri rode with Nameless on the merry-go-round, and the doll dropped and got stuck underneath the merry-go-round, and it burst into flames and killed everyone.
그럼 이번 한 번만이에요? 손님, 괜찮으세요?
히로인, 정신 차려!
Huh? What? Since when did I have my eyes closed? I slowly opened my eyes and squinted at the sudden bright light. Red must have noticed and called my name more desperately. Wait, Red? Nameless's name. It's Red! Before I knew it, Red and I were in front of the merry-go-round. What the hell? Oh. I tried to trace back my memories. I got a merry-go-round and I heard the music. I remember sharing a few words with Red, who looked really excited. But I don't remember what happened after. What the hell happened?
손님, 정신이 좀 드시나요?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just having an outer-body time-traveling experience. No biggie.
몸이 안 좋으시면 구급차를...
I don't think you'd have to call an ambulance unless she was bleeding profusely from a wound. But you would probably get a Notarzt or something like that. You know, just a doctor who is there in case of injury or, I don't know, fainting in an amusement park. No, I'm really fine. There's no need to call an ambulance. I was probably just dizzy. Eri, I had a spell where I was dizzy for over a week. Kept coming in bouts, but it was always very bad dizziness. Turned out to be nothing big, but it was bad enough that I had to go to the hospital to figure it out, and went to a specialist. There are just some things you don't fuck with.
그러시다면...
The ride operator worried about me till the end and left. As soon as the operator left, Red, who was pacing back and forth, rattled on.
정말 깜짝 놀랐어. 나는 너무 신나서 이것저것 구경하고 있었는데 음악이 나와서 움직이려나 보다 하고 너를 보는데 네가 갑자기 휘청이는 거야.
Red's face was ghostly pale. He looked more surprised than I was.
내가 급히 받아냈으니 망정이지. 내가 그때도 다른 데에 한눈을 팔고 있었으면 진짜 큰일 날 뻔했다고.
Sorry for worrying you.
히로인, 몸이 안 좋으면 집에 가자. 어? 난 괜찮아.
No, not yet. Can we just rest at a bench?
아, 그럴래? 자, 부축해줄 테니까 이리 기대.
I barely managed to stand up with Red's help. I couldn't move my legs, still surprised from fainting. If you are that weak, you probably should get checked out by a doctor. I tried my best to gather my trembling legs and took a step. Ugh. Before I could even take a step, someone slammed into my shoulders and passed by. Oh, it hurts.
히로인, 괜찮아?
My shoulder was still throbbing. Red seemed to get more flustered after seeing that.
뭐야, 자기가 치고 지나갔으면 사과를 해야. 저 여자애 어디선가 본 것 같은데?
Oh shit, it's the chocolate giver. Andy carefully peered at the girl who was getting further away from us. Hmm? You know her?
아니야. 잘못 본 것 같아. 아무튼 일단 네 말대로 벤치에서 좀 쉬자.
Red helped me to a bench. I sat down and took a deep breath. My heart was no longer pounding like crazy. After calming down a bit, I feel my mind growing peaceful.
어디 특별히 아픈 곳 있어? 혹시 머리 부딪힌 건 아니지?
Yeah, I think I'm fine. I was a bit dizzy earlier, but I'm not anymore.
정말이야? 정말로 병원 가보지 않아도 되겠어?
I'm really fine. Red still looked worried even though I told him I was fine. It's not like I was slammed over the head recently. Seriously, everyone seems to forget that happened. Like, whatever. It's nothing. Despite her repeatedly complaining about being dizzy and spacing out, nobody seems to somehow connect that to that. But I'm glad you were right by my side. I didn't get hurt thanks to you, so thanks.
그런가?
Red was no longer timid and energetic again. Those are two words that are complete opposites. I wouldn't put them into the same sentence with an and. He was no longer timid, but energetic again. Or something else similar like that. Of course, they say a little praise goes a long way. I think this works for Red. He's such a simpleton.
그래, 앞으로도 지금처럼 항상 옆에 있을게.
It was cute the way he perked up so quickly, but he also felt reliable. I did say it to please Red, but it's true that I didn't get hurt because of him.
내가 다른 녀석들보다 더 믿음직스럽게.
자기야, 롤러코스터 한 번 더 타면 안 돼?
줄을 한참이나 서야 하는데 괜찮겠어? 자기 구두 신었잖아.
See, this is why you don't wear heels to an amusement park.
그럼 자기가 나 업어주면 안 돼?
How about next time you wear comfortable shoes when you're going on a date to a place where you're gonna have to walk and stand a lot? Idiot.
와, 우리 자기는 천재인가 봐. 그런 방법이 있었네.
Yeah, make sure to carry her on your front instead, since that's what you're aiming for. I can't believe they can be that cheesy without a change in expression. Come to think of it, this place is... The nauseating lines gave me goosebumps and brought me back to my senses. I peered around and saw couples everywhere. Red, too, stopped talking, spaced out. Oh, he got a contact high from me because of Nameless. I guess Red just realized that we were stuck in couples heaven as well. Don't you know that couples heaven is in the tunnel of love? And he seemed to feel a bit embarrassed the way he scratched his cheeks.
이런 데는 연인들끼리 오는 거랬지?
I guess so, but not all of them talk cheesy crap like that. Well, families and friends come too. I think there are more couples today.
역시 유리가 말했던 대로였어.
I don't even have to imagine to know what Yuri said to Red. And Red probably believes all that. But looking around, I honestly couldn't see a single family that came together. Now I can't even deny it. Ugh. The air was getting more and more awkward. I wanted to creep into a... Get the W away from the hole. Look, the whore has a hole, but that hole does not have a W on it. Maybe you can remember it like that. I wanted to creep into a hole and die, but Red talked to me.
있잖아, 히로인. 이제 와서 말이지만 정말 괜찮은 거야?
With what? Oh, if you're talking about how I fainted earlier, you really don't have to worry.
아니, 그거 말고. 이런데 나랑 같이 와도 되는 거야?
I asked you, didn't I? Jeez. What do you mean? Red did meet my eyes and just stared at the ground.
태희가 나랑 가라고 티켓을 줬다니. 정말 무슨 생각으로 그런 건지 모르겠어.
He thought I liked him because I gave him my friend's present because she was too, let's say, shy to give it to him. And I didn't bother to correct him or anything like that.
사실
Yeah?
기분이 조금 묘해.
Why? Yeah, this is why Tay gave me the tickets. So that you can be awkward with Red? He told me I get to know why Red's acting the way he is. Because you're an idiot. He said I'd have to spend more time with him to get to know him better.
그야 나 말고 태희랑 같이 오고 싶었을 거 아니야.
I didn't want to go with anyone. I just wanted to go to an amusement park, period. But apparently you can't go to the amusement park on your own. Why are you thinking that? Why would you think I'd want Tay to?
어? 너야말로 무슨 소리야? 너 태희를 좋아하잖아.
What? What did Red just say? Of course I like Tay, but I think it's not what you...
나한테는 숨기지 않아도 돼, 히로인. 이미 알고 있으니까.
What does he already know?
네가 태희를 마음에 두고 있다는 건 말이야.
Red said that with the most depressing face in the world. Why are you making that face? No, but first, he's really misunderstanding something here. I was so embarrassed, my face turned burning red and I waved my arms. No, it's nothing like that. Of course I do like Tay, but it's not the way you think.
하지만 너 얼마 전에 태희한테 선물도 주고.
Can someone explain this to me? Does giving a gift to someone honestly mean I like you romantically and would like to bang you? A gift? Oh! He's talking about the bag of candy Soy asked me to give him. Oh my god, you're finally caught up. If you're talking about the bag of candies I gave to Tay before, that's not for me.
뭐?
Red was just staring at his shoes, but when I told him that, his head shot up.
그럼
I was asked a favor to hand it over to him. There was a girl whose name I can't reveal who liked Tay. At what I said, Red's face loosened up and he looked like an idiot. Oh boy, must I look stupid right now. So does everyone, Tay. I mean Red. Fuck it, whichever doll you are right now. Smirk. I'm smirking. You just can't see it. I almost laughed at that funny face. But I should clear everything up first. Why didn't you do this earlier? Then I wouldn't have to go through 2.5 hours of a fucking misunderstanding. So, I do not like... no, I don't have feelings for him in that way. Red looked more stupid now. I certainly would like a boyfriend who looks stupid all the time. When I thought I'd no longer be able to stop myself from laughing, his spaced-out eyes returned to normal.
그렇구나.
He looked like he just had a eureka moment. Just a moment ago, he looked like he had lost everything, but now it was as if he had the whole world in his hands. Is he that happy about me not having feelings for Tay? Anyway, I'm glad Red looks happy.
히로인, 그동안 오해해서 미안해.
At least you're apologizing. Yeah.
나는
I let out a playful sigh and Red laughed.
있잖아. 그러면
Does he still have something he wants to know? I could feel his red eyes burning. I think there's something he wants to know more badly. There's indeed.
그럼 오늘 나랑 여기 온 이유는 뭐야?
Is he full of energy again? I feel the heat from my hands spreading to my face. Is he asking why I came here today? No, he's asking why you came here with him specifically. God, you need to learn to listen to people. Or is he asking why I'm here with him? I repeat, he said his question properly. Oh, once again, it's obvious which one we have to pick. I wanted to come here with you. Red grabbed my hand tighter at my answer. He ended up looking I was holding onto my hand, begging for something. Tay told me that I should spend more time with you if I want to know you better. So that's why I came, since he gave me the tickets. Why? You don't like it? There should be a comma next to the Y, because otherwise it sounds like why you don't like it? Why don't you like this? Please explain to me why you don't like this. Why, comma, you don't like it is why do you not like it? Punctuation is very important. Then Red dropped my hand as if he was burned and jumped up and down.
아, 그럴 리가. 좋아. 너무너무 좋아.
I also like you a lot. Okay. People stared at us for a moment when Red passionately screamed, I like it. Most of the people looked at me jealously and went their ways again. I mean, so everyone, this is... I don't think this is that like...
나를 왜 알고 싶었어? 나는 네가 그렇게 관심 가질 만큼 네가 좋아할 만한 일을 한 적이 없는 것 같은데.
What are you talking about?
그렇잖아. 널 도와주거나 신경 써주는 건 나보다 테이나 란스가 더 잘하는 일인데. 그런데 왜 나랑?
Because you're the last doll before getting all the heart shards and then maybe potentially opening up a route for Nameless? Or just something more with him? Not sure. Red, why do you think that?
하지만 사실이잖아, 히로인. 나는 맨날 말로만 큰 소리치고 너를 제대로 도와준 적도 위험할 때 구해준 적도 없는 걸.
I suddenly heard a child wailing, and then I was thrown back into my memories of wailing at my grandpa about my parents. Oh wait, no I wasn't. The wail was so loud Red and I turned our heads at the same time. Even forgetting that conversation we were having was cut off. The wail was coming from a bench near where we were standing. A little girl who looked like she was in preschool was standing still and crying. She was sobbing with a bunny doll in her arms, but there was no one around her. She must have lost her parents. Didn't you just say that you didn't see any family here? Remember that, Eri? She must have lost her mom. I think we should call someone.
야, 꼬마야!
Before I could even go and get someone, Red called the little girl. And he gestured to me and went to her. I thought for a moment on what to do and followed him. He crouched down to meet her eyes and she stopped crying for a while and stared at us.
그쳤네. 안녕?
She looked a bit guarded to see strangers saying hi. But she put her guard down after Red beamed at her and glanced at both of us. Damn, Red, you've discovered your special powers. You can beam! I guess even little girls have a keen eye for looks. That said before, Red looks okay, it's not my type. I just think Yuri looks prettier.
오, 그 토끼 인형 귀엽다. 엄마가 사준 거야? 이야, 멋진 선물이다. 좋겠네. 엄마랑 같이 왔어?
I was just spacing out at Red's energetic approach, but soon came to my senses. I crouched down to meet her eyes as well. Since she was crying till just now, her big clear eyes were glistening. Hey, do you know your mom's phone number? Wouldn't it be better to ask, do you know your mom's name? So that if she's, in the park, you can go to the lost children part and they can be like, could Miss Name please come here, we have your child.
알아.
Hmm? She didn't sound so keen for some reason. Oh, really? You're so smart. Then can you please tell me? We'll call your mom for you.
싫어.
What?
엄마한테 전화하지 마.
We tried convincing her, but it was no use. Troubled Red and I looked at each other.
엄마는 내가 없어졌는지도 모를 거야.
Well, I think she's frantically looking for you right now.
아니야. 엄마는 지금도 전화 받고 있을 거야.
Phone?
엄마는 맨날 전화 받는 거랑 일하는 거밖에 안 해. 여기 오자고 맨날 졸라서 겨우 왔는데. 오늘도 엄마는 계속 전화만 받잖아. 그러니까 아마 엄마는 내가 없어진 것도 모를 거야. 엄만 나보다 회사를 더 좋아하니까.
The girl stopped talking and started crying again. This is just like me when I was little. Except without a grandpa, and without a doll, a humanish doll, that I would lose almost on the merry-go-round. Let's hope the kid's memory will not fail as mine in the years coming. I would get hurt because of my busy parents, and when the feelings piled up, I'd always whine to Grandpa. I was caught up in old memories, but Red stepped up and talked to her again.
있잖아, 토끼 꼬마야. 나는 레드라고 해. 정의의 용사지.
정의의 용사?
Can you make my mom's job disappear so she can always be with me? That would be justice, right?
그래서 항상 정의를 지키기 위해 힘쓰고 있지.
그럼 지구를 지켜?
당연하지. 이 세계의 평화를 지키기 위해 존재하는 몸이시라고. 그런데 있지, 이 정의의 사도인 레드님이 감히 말하기를 너희 엄마는 나처럼 정의를 수호하는 일을 하느라 바쁘신 거래.
아닌데. 우리 엄마는 회사에서 일하는데.
회사에서 일하는 것도 정의를 지키는 일이야. 너희 엄마는 누군가의 행복을 위해 일하시는 거니까 말이야. 그건 아주 정의로운 일이지. 그리고 그 누군가란 바로 너야. 이 인형 엄마가 선물해 준 거라고 했지? 그러니까 엄마는 이걸 위해 일하시는 거잖아. 엄마는 너를 행복하게 해주려고 바쁘신 거지. 사실 이거 말고도 더 있지? 엄마가 사준 거.
집에 많이 있어.
그렇지? 거봐. 모두 널 행복하게 해주기 위해서야. 엄마는 엄마의 정의를 지키기 위해 노력하시는 거지.
그래도 나는 엄마가 집에 있어주는 게 더 좋단 말이야.
Red had no choice but to stop his tearful words at the little girl's disheartened voice. A girl who resembles me when I was little, and Red who is less experienced than Grandpa. This was very close to my heart. So I had to butt in on their conversation again. You know, saying that you want your mommy to be at home means that you like your mommy that much, right?
응.
This is exactly how I was. then how about you try to love the things your mommy loves?
응?
Then one day, your mommy will like the things you like. Yeah, try to like what other people like, and then by guilt, and because you did it, they have to like the things you like in the long run. Maybe I'm interpreting her words too negatively, but that's what it sounds like. It's like, just because you do something, the other person has to do something in return. Love doesn't always mean being beside someone. Love is about everyone trying their best in the situation they are in.
잘 모르겠어.
Why don't you just think about it? Seeing that face, I feel like all the bad residue from my childhood was clearing away as well. How about trying to understand your mom, who is working hard to make you happy? At one point, all I had to cherish was my family and small toys. Back then, the most important thing for me was to protect my small world. So I didn't know how big the adult world, my parents' world, was. And how much they were trying to hold on to that huge world. So there was a time when I doubted their love. But I gradually realized as time passed and I grew older, my parents were trying their best and loving me in their own way. You don't have to understand everything now. But you just have to try to understand that your mommy is loving you in her own way. Even though you ran away from your mommy like this, you want to go back to her, right?
응.
I felt like crying myself to see her eager nod.
히로인,
Hmm?
엄마.
The girl ended up crying. Before I could even reach out to comfort her, Red held her up. And he winked at me. I think he's trying to say it's his turn now.
좋아. 그럼 엄마 찾으러 가볼까?
우와.
Suddenly up high, the little girl stopped crying and looked down. Where's the bunny doll? Why is she apparently holding a balloon?
자, 엄마 찾으러 가자.
Maybe it's me, but that doesn't look like a girl. And I ask again, where's the bunny doll? Don't forget the bunny doll here, otherwise we're gonna have another Nameless routine going on.
우와, 우와.
I felt strange to see Red hold up a little girl and give her a piggyback ride. It felt like I was really seeing a dad with his child.
정의의 용사 레드.
그래 맞아. 난 정의의 용사 레드님이야.
있잖아. 우리 아빠가 레드를 닮았으면 좋겠어.
See, Mom is working for a special kind of company where she has a lot of daddies coming to visit her.
뭐?
그리고 우리 엄마가 누나 같았으면 좋겠어.
No, you don't. I sincerely hope that your mom is much more intelligent than Eri. And that's not even accounting for her horrible memory stuff and schizophrenia that's going on right now. Eri is an idiot. You don't want a mother like that. Eh? I was a bit flustered, but I guess it's a compliment. But for some reason, Red was blushing.
뭐?
What's he thinking again? Seeing Red laugh awkwardly, the girl seemed to think something for a while.
누나랑 형은 여자친구, 남자친구야?
Considering that apparently that's the only place, this is the only kind of group that goes here to this amusement park, obviously we must be. What? I was shocked and asked back. The little girl suddenly seemed so mature for her age. Why? She looked as if she knew everything. Why? You're not even aware that you're liking Red right now. What can she know?
하긴 히로인이라면 좋은 엄마가 될 거야. 나도 좋은 아빠가 될 자신이 있어.
As I've said in the very beginning of this LP, I am not entirely sure if they are anatomically correct or if they have the ability to reproduce. If they do, I have some serious questions at Kobe doll. Red, what are you saying? And why is he blushing again? I feel like I'm the only one floundering here.
그럼 누나도 정의의 용사야?
No, I am the heroine. Didn't you hear? That's what he keeps calling me. Me? I'm just a normal...
이 녀석은 히로인이야. 내가 지켜야 하는 사람이지.
I thought you had to protect the whole earth. And justice.
레드가 저 누나를 지켜주는 거야?
맞아. 항상 옆에서 지켜주기로 약속했다고.
그럼 저 누나가 지구만큼 중요한 거야?
That's...
당연하지.
우와, 멋지다.
Red didn't hesitate at a question, said yes right away. It felt good to hear it, but I felt a bit embarrassed.
제니야!
We heard someone's voice from afar and everyone stepped back to make way amidst the confusion. A woman was running towards this way. Towards is usually towards something specific, like a building or towards us. She was running this way. Then again, I guess the towards can stay. Just sounds a bit unnecessary. She was wearing a fancy business suit. That sounds like she was playing hooky to take you here. Otherwise, she wouldn't be wearing office clothes on her day off. Is she this girl's mom?
엄마!
Sure enough, the girl in Red's neck shouted tearfully. Red let the squirming girl down.
제니야. 미안. 엄마가 잠깐 하늘을 바라서 한참을 찾았어.
You didn't go to the police or to the lost child section first and said, did anyone see her here? Could you do out a PA announcement? I think she's feeling less anxious about her busy mom not caring for her.
저기 정말 고맙습니다. 우리 아이를 돌봐주셔서.
당연히 해야 할 일을 한 것뿐인걸요.
Red seemed a bit taken back, but soon laughed cheerfully.
정의 용사 레드가 구해줬어.
정의의 용사?
You called yourself that the entire time, and she has called you that before, but now it suddenly means something to you? Red's face turned bright at what the girl said. I think it's because he's never been genuinely treated as one before. He seemed so moved and his squirming lips made a smile.
그리고 누나도 정말 고마워. 엄마, 미안해.
아니야, 엄마가 더 미안해.
The warmth of a family. I felt the thing I've been missing for so long so clearly that I felt like I could almost touch it. This is so nice. Red, can I hug you like that too? Seeing their touching reunion, I really miss my parents. They will be doing well, right? I'm tired. The sun set already. Even on the bus back home, Red was constantly beaming. He must really like being called the warrior of justice.
히로인, 앞으로는 좀 더 많은 사람을 돕고 싶어졌어.
But I'm still the first priority, right? Yeah, that's a nice thought, but you've already told me that 1,000 times on the bus.
그랬나?
But still, I'm glad.
뭐가?
You looked so depressed lately. I don't think I've seen you this happy in a long time. Oh, but you really impressed me earlier, the way you comforted her so well. It's not that easy to just go to someone and help them. I can't believe he went up to a crying girl and talked about the value of justice. That was a bit funny, but she believed him anyway. And she realized the love her mother has towards her. Red didn't try to send the crying girl to the Lost Children's Center right away, but tried to talk to her. Well, going to a crying child, grabbing it, and then pulling it to somewhere, even to the Lost Children's Center, not a good idea. You want to talk to them first, give them simple yes-no questions like, are you hurt? Are you lost? Are you here with mom or dad? Okay if I take you to the lost children and then we can call out for mom or dad? Just don't suddenly grab them. I never knew Red could be like that. And thanks to him, I had gathered up my courage to give her my own advice.
히로인, 사실 나도 아까 조금 놀랐어.
Why?
네가 꼬마한테 가족에 대해 말했을 때 말이야. 예전에 우리가 인형이었을 때 네가 우리에게 했던 말이 기억이 나서 부모님이 연락을 자주 하지 않는다고 조금 섭섭한 투로 말한 적이 있었잖아. 하지만 지켜본 바로는 막상 부모님과 통화할 때는 투정도 부리지 않고 말이야. 그런데 오늘 꼬마한테 해줬던 말을 듣고 네 속마음을 알게 됐어. 넌 정말 착한 아이인 것 같아.
Uh-huh.
하루빨리 힘을 길러서 언제 어디서든 너를 지킬 수 있는 남자가 될게. 너는 착한 마음을 가진 사람이니까 반드시 지켜야 하는 사람이야.
Now, if you were a bitch, you don't need any kind of protecting. Nobody would want to protect you.
그런데 있잖아.
Yeah?
그럼 테이를 정말 이성으로 보고 있는 건 아닌 거지?
Didn't we already go through this thing? I have no idea why he's so curious of that. About that. Should be about. As I said, I don't like Tay in that way. Red seemed relieved at my definite answer. Seeing his comforting smile, I remembered the little girl who giggled while sitting on Red's neck. He looked far different from the warrior of justice on TV who defeats villains. But what if I tell him that I've never thought he was greater than how he was today? How would Red react? When would Red realize that he's awesome enough without hidden powers? Maybe you should tell him that.